Well, hi everyone. I'm Vicki and welcome back to my kitchen. I had a challenge today, and the challenge is to see what all I could make out of my leftovers in the refrigerator. A lot of people know Wednesday's my leftover night. So I'm going to attempt to make 3 dishes out of what's in my leftovers. I pulled everything out of the refrigerator for you to see, and then we'll talk about what we're going to make. I'm going to go through this real quick. I have a little bit of microgreens. I have a couple pieces of sausage. I have some mushrooms and onions left from steak dinner. I have some roasted garlic because I've always got roasted garlic. I have some leftover low-carb tortillas. As you know, I eat keto low carb, so of course this is going to be keto low carb. I had some roasted squash. I have only 4 eggs, which is going to be a problem for me. I have some roasted broccoli. I have part of a cream cheese. I have 2 pieces of other cheeses. I have part of a bell pepper. I have some ham. I have some green onions. I have some of my pesto. I have a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes. I thought that might be good in a dish. And I have some poached salmon that I made last night. So, what I'm going to do is to make 3 videos, possibly 4. And each dish, I'll end the video. And at the end, then I'll show you all the dishes combined. So, bear with me. And this is dish number 1. And it's going to be a simple squash casserole with sausage. So hold one moment and we'll get started on dish number 1. Okay, we'll get the apron on because I have a feeling I'm going to make a mess. And we're going to push everything aside. And we're going to concentrate on 1 dish at a time. Each video will be 1 dish. And from the look of what I've got, I've looked it over and I think I'm going to do a squash casserole first. And then I'm going to do a ham pie. And then I'm going to make some salmon croquettes. And we'll see if anything's left over after that. So the first thing is squash casserole. So we're going to use the squash. And we're going to use the immersion blender. So I like to roast my squash. Just cut them in half, put them in the air fryer and roast them. Put a little butter on them. Great side dish. So we're going to, we need some milk or some half and half or cooking cream. Let's see, I've got half and half. So we are going to put a little half and half in here. About a 1/4 cup. 1 egg. We're going to use one of the cheeses. Let's see. How about the Colby Jack? And this one. And as I tell you all the time, be sure and grate your own cheese. Don't use pre-shredded cheese. It's got cellulose or starch on it. And not great in your food. It's going to be a real quick and easy dish, and I will put it in the air fryer when it's done and cook it and bake it. Got a couple dishes underneath me to see which one fits. Okay, so I've grated, that was probably about 2/3 of a block of cheese. And I'm going to put some in the dish and then retain some for the top of it. So, immersion blender. This is our Flex Plus. If you haven't seen it before, I love it. I don't have to have any power cords. And there's the power, and I'm turning it up. The squash is a little firmer because it's roasted, not boiled, but it also has all the nutrients in it. Okay, we've got our squash, our milk, and some cheese grated up in there. Let's put a little bit of onion in this. I don't want to overwhelm it with onion, but I want a little bit. We're going to use some of the bottoms. And then I'm going to turn it around and use some of the tops. Now, I'm not going to use it all in this dish because I have 2 other dishes to make. Okay, that's probably about enough. I'm going to taste it. See if it needs any salt and pepper. Probably needs a little bit, but the squash was already salted. And I think we're going to just put a few little pieces of bell pepper. And I think that zestiness of the sweet bell peppers. Now, remember, I don't use the green ones. I use the orange, yellow, or red. They're sweeter and they don't give me heartburn. So most of the time you'll see me using one of the 3 bell peppers. But I like them because they're sweet. Well, throw a little bell pepper. Let's put a little bit more. Now I could take the food chopper out for this, and we'll do that in something else. I actually like playing with the knives. Okay, I did say sausage, so let's pull some sausage out. Put this up there. Now we'll get this out. Do you have one of our choppers? Yeah. This chopper, it's a 1 in 10 households uses our chopper. And the cool thing is you can make it any way you want it. You can make it a coarse chop or a fine chop. Because this is going in squash, I think I want it a little fine. And it's even got the skin on it. But the skin chops up and you don't even see it. I want that skin chopped up now. There it is. Okay. So I've got squash, a little bit of onion, egg, milk, and it's just a little basic squash casserole with some meat in it. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's an optional thing, and you don't have to do this, but I like to do it because it's great for keeping my food really healthy. And I am going to put a tablespoon of our Enrichables Super Veggie in it. And I'm going to put a little garlic. Just a little, I don't want to overwhelm it. A little bit more salt. And a little more pepper. And here we go. It's done. Basic squash casserole with a little protein, with a little Vicky spin on it. So, which dish are we going to use? I think it will fit in this one. This is, I like thinking outside the box when I put it in the dishes that I use. This is actually the base piece for the pasta maker, but it will go in the air fryer, and it's perfect size for making a small casserole. Squash casserole ready to go in the air fryer. And we'll come back in a few minutes and show you what it's looking like. Now I'm going to put it in first without the cheese topping. I'm going to let it cook for about 8 minutes, and then I'll put the cheese topping on. Oh, wow! Isn't this beautiful? Squash casserole. Okay, it's been in for 14 minutes, and I need to go ahead and put the cheese on the top of it. I think I need a little bit more. It's okay if you mix cheeses. This one's the cheddar. The other's Colby Jack. Okay, back in the oven it goes. Okay. Look Look at our squash casserole. How beautiful it is. You know what? This container was a perfect choice. It is the pasta maker, and it's safe to 450 degrees, so it's great in the air fryer, and it's an approved piece for the air fryer. So there's lots of things that will fit in our air fryer. Look at how beautiful. Okay, this is the end of video 1 of our 3-part challenge. This is our squash casserole, which is now complete. It took 18 minutes in the air fryer, and it is finished. So come back and see the other 2 finished products in video 2 and video 3, and then we'll come back at the end of video 3. I'll come back and show you all of them together. So give someone your beautiful smile today, and come back to see me soon. Don't forget, everything you see me using is available at Pampered Chef, and there's a link on all of my videos where you can order them. Bye.